Alright. I'm stuck! Ah! Alright. Well, transom time. Let's get this transom off here. See what we're working with. That one's stripped out. Look at that. Hold it right out. Alright. Look at that. There's a screw in it. Right here. See, ground that down. I'll fix it. Start. Try to keep this intact. If I can trace it, that'd be great. But it's usually better to make brand new one. This thing may shift a quarter inch to side to side. Look at that. Jeez, what is that? That's just a big solid piece of wood is what it is. Holy shit. Alright. Those came out easy. Probably because it's all rotted. We'll go get that 7/16. I'll pull this off. These 4 bolts out. Leg bolts that they got in here. They said the guy put this thing in 3 years ago. So if this thing was put in 3 years ago, they didn't do anything to this wood. I mean, they painted it, but the paint's just flaking off. They probably used some shitty indoor paint. I'm gonna hit all this with the wheel. Get all this caulk off of here. I mean, the caulk's just peeling out too. I got some marine grade sealant. I don't even know if, I mean, I'll seal the back, seal the holes and everything, just to make sure that there's no water seepage. But I'm gonna resin coat that whole, this whole transom. It's gonna be awesome. Diamond plating. Whoops! Whoa! 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 I fell. Well, I didn't fall. You fell. I'm right here. Okay, so we know that's off. Diamond plate. Yeah, this thing is soft. What is this? That's where the motor was holding on to. That could have been real bad. But that's one thing I saw when I bought it. That's why what I talked about. That's why we got it for a little cheaper. That's loose. Should pour it out. Should pull. Pour it out. Well, I'll have to figure something else out. I'll be back when I get it out. Damn. Holy shit. Like, this thing was in there tight. Look at this thing. I finally got it off. I had to beat the pry bar in there and pull up on it and shake it off. Finally got it. Let's pull the rest of this off. What I'm not doing. Oh! Jeez, this thing is heavy. I'm not remaking the same thing. Oh my gosh, what is this? Is that plywood? No. is that? What is that? It's got to be almost 2 inches. Here's my tape measure. Let's check this out. Holy smokes. Look how thick this bitch is. 1 and almost 7/8. 1 and 7/8. Just under. Holy smokes, that was a bitch to get out. They just crammed it in there. Let's take a look. Okay, good. I was afraid there might be some pitting. If this was womanized or if this was pressure treated, but it doesn't look like it's pressure treated. Look at this thing. I don't want to wreck it because I'm going to be, I mean, that's soft, but this right here, look at that. There. Jeez. It's broken right here. Look at that. I mean, that's probably partially from me trying to get it out, but I was hitting it down here. Holy shit. Well, it's out. Yeah, I don't see any major pitting or anything, so it doesn't look like it was womanized. You'd see that around the screws here, around the screw holes. They're real nice. They're solid. They're not worn out or anything. Jeez, that is not how that's supposed to be. I'll have to spray this channel out, power washer, get all that crap out of there, and then like I said, I got the 3/4 and make a 1.5 inch transom like it's supposed to be. All right, so where we're at now is we got the old transom out. Boom. That thing's a big chunk of turd. That's 1 3/4 thick of just rotted. The sun's coming out. There you go. Look at this thing. That's not even, is that plywood? I can't even tell. Whatever. I think it's a piece of plywood on a 2x4 or a 2x12 or something. Whatever. I got 3/4 plywood. I got transom traced out. I want to cut this bad boy. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to trace it again. I'm going to cut it again. I'm going to resin these things. I'm going to glue or screw them together. And we're going to have a rock solid transom there now when I'm done. Let's cut this up. Let's see what we got. I'm going to cut this right here. I got to lay down on the boat. Not too close, but not too far away. Alright, so here's a little trick. I don't know if it's a trick, something that I heard. Make the transom stronger is I cut the first one with the grain going this way. And now I clamped it out on an angle with the grain going this way. My daughter wants to say hi. Say hi! Can you wave? You know wave? So, one angle this way, one angle this way. This way, this way, this way, this way. Anyway, so with that is going to give us a lot stronger with the crisscross, make you jump. So that's what we're doing there. Why? Because I think it's going to make it stronger, and I heard it does. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to trace this one out and get that one. I already dropped that one in the back. That one, I already dropped it in there, and it's just a little tight on the edges. So once I get it all screwed together, once I take them out, I'll screw them together, cut them again, just a little bit off the side, just so they're exactly the same, and then I will take them back apart and resin them, and then I will screw them back together, and then I'll resin it one more time. The thing is going to be waterproof and solid rock. Boom, that's what you want in a transom, because if the motor falls off, then you're up Shit's Creek with probably paddles, but no engine, and the water's probably pretty deep. So, here we go. Cut it out, glue it together, bada boom, done. All right, so this is where I'm at. I got to do the transom. The transom's right here. Old transom. You saw the old transom. This is new transom. I cut it, and it was a little off from one side to the other. I'm not sure if it was the last guy that was off or if I cut it and it was off, but instead of just putting them on top of each other, I actually flipped them over. So this one's opposite of how I cut it. So this one's opposite of this one. So I got the grain running obviously this way on this one, and then on the other side the grain's running straight across. So that's going to be more strength, obviously. And then with me having this one, this is a little bit different right here. It's a little bit longer, a little bit different edge. The same thing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make them even now. So I clamped them together, and I am now going to we'll put some screws in here. Screws, and then I'm going to recut it, even it all out. So first things first, using the good old trash can. I don't want to get into my other holes, so I'm going to put these more in the middle. And it doesn't matter because it just doesn't. These are going to be underneath everything. You're not even going to see this. Nobody will even know these screws exist. Yeah, buddy. Screws. So these are construction screws. I'm just going to use these because these are coated and they are for outdoor use. And you always want to pre-drill your holes. I mean, pre-drilling your holes will stop you from having a lot of trouble. And by a lot of trouble, I mean cracking wood. You don't want to crack wood. Splitting wood. Just a pain in the ass if you don't. So, you never know what's going to happen. Pre-drill. Save yourself some time. Comes in a sweet little bit. There it is. Use that like that. Here we go. Oh yeah, wow, those are nice. These are real nice. They're the coarse thread. And I don't know if you can see, they got little grooves in the threads there. These things dig, and they're self-tappers too. So they dig in real nice. And then with that star bit always grips better than just the plain Phillips. Everything should be star bits. Everything that I buy in the future is going to be star bits. Clamps, very helpful. They're not the best. They're Harbor Freight clamps. I think they're like $2 a piece, $2-3, but I mean, they still work. They just don't. They're not as tight as some of the better ones you're gonna get with like Cobalt or something like that. Man, I should pull my saw out. It's all right. I'm gonna drop this in. I'm gonna go drop it in, see what it looks like, and then I'll be back. I'll probably just trim these up, and then I'll just start resin coating it. So I won't bother you with all the fitting here, but once I start resin coating, I'll bring it back, and we'll get this thing resin coated, and we will start to see some progress on this boat, get this boat going, because yeah, I need to get out in the water. Yeah, well, that worked out. So what I did, I just obviously you saw me just cut it with the saw, and I just took the belt sander, the old Harbor Freight Special, and I sanded everything down. Look at that. Woo! Look at this. Look at those tight lines. Look at that. That's perfect. Everything's square now. Everything's perfectly lined up. I already got the screws in there. I already got the screw holes in there. So now all I gotta do is make sure it fits one more time, and then I gotta Put some resin on the ass boy. Alright, let me go. Let me see where it fits. Put this over here. Let's see, you can watch it. Watch me pass or fail. Watch me pass or fail. What are you voting on? Woo! There it goes. Still a little high on the top here. Still a little high on the top. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, a little bit. Darn it. Still a little bit high. I'm just going to take one side down a little bit. But, yeah, buddy. She's going to look good. She's going to look good, good, good. Yep. Yep. Okay. I'm getting stuck. So you saw the fail. One more cut. We're good to go. Check this out. That's a Pauly Shore? Is that a Pauly Shore reference? Wheezing the Juice? That's some Encino Man right there? Is that some old school? A juicy IPA for mugs, chillin', and grinding, buddy. That's Pauly Shore. Cheers, man. It's good. It's a good beer. Hoppy, you gotta like hops, but... Love that. Nice cigar. Nice beer. Working on the boat. Can't go wrong with this. Let's get that resin on there. Get this thing going. Quit messing around over here. Bondo, fiberglass resin. All right. Fiberglass resin. Doing the insides first, and then I'll do the outsides after I screw them together. Which says that it dries fully within 10 minutes, so or 2 hours. So we'll be back. Oh, welcome back. So it's been a bit of a journey here. This transom redid the whole thing. You've seen that in the prior video or right before this. Now it's time to put it in. Everything's come a long way from the first time you seen it. I actually put it in at the first time and I forgot to cut these on an angle. So I had to go back, cut them on an angle, re-bondo them, re-resin them, repaint them. But this bad boy right here is 2 pieces of 3/4 fiberglass resin on both sides, screwed together, fiberglass resin again, sanded down, painted with 3 coats of oil-based Rust-Oleum. And now we're ready to drop her back in. Make sure she fits. There she goes. Left side, right side. She's all the way down. She's perfectly smooth across the top. Oh man. Let's see. Let's see. Woo! Yeah, buddy. She looks purty.